Good day, everyone. We're doing another hike today. So this place is called Natura. It's a place that's being developed at the moment. As you can see, they have like the switch line that they're doing right there, a little bridge. And then you can see like they're developing all these houses right here. A whole bunch of small houses, just a ton of them. Just have a whole bunch of people living in there. They're not finished, but eventually, I think maybe like in 6 months they'll be done. And so all of this was just empty space. It was just like a whole bunch of land, just green and hills everywhere. Basically the way it looks over here. That's what it looked like there before. And so today we are going to Las Cascadas de Natura. Las Cascadas de Natura. And I'm gonna be pausing the video along the way. Because it's kind of quite a bit of a hike. And there's really not much to see at this moment. You can see all these houses. All the trash. That's pretty common here in TJ. A bunch of dogs, street dogs everywhere. These are my dogs right here. As you probably already recognize them. That's Benji. Canela somewhere over there. She has like the blue collar. And Mugres, she's right here. Always behind me. But yeah, we're starting the hike. I'll be pausing along the way and just keep recording. So this is where all the construction trucks come through. See the houses back there? Behind those houses, there's more houses. As you can see, this is what it looks like. Cloudy morning on a Thursday morning. This sign is new. Don't throw any trash. But as you can see, that's exactly what people do. And that's why they put up all these signs, because they have these nice areas here in TJ. But unfortunately, people don't respect nature and don't respect like these nice areas where they should be kept clean. But people just use them to come and throw their couches, mattresses, just all of their trash. Canela finding a gopher. There's more right here. And unfortunately, sometimes some hikes, this is what it looks like. But once we get closer to the little waterfall, which I don't think there's going to be a waterfall because it hasn't rained. It's just been kind of cloudy and some light sprinkles. I don't think there'll be any rain. There's a lot of places like this where you find like I believe it's an oak tree. And people come here and they camp out for the day. As you can see, they have like little campfires that they do. They come here, they drink their beer, they play loud music. And unfortunately, again, they leave their trash. But not all places are like this. This place is not really regulated by the city, so people can just take advantage and do whatever they want here. Again, a lot of people do like their motocross, like their quads. They come here and they do that too. So not a whole lot of rules in certain sections of TJ, but there are some places that are pretty nice that you pay to go camping, and they're actually quite clean and nice. We're hoping to go to this place called Clam Beach, close to La Misión. It's a really nice place. We do a lot of beach camping there. Nice bathrooms, and they're pretty clean. Also, what they do here is they do a lot of trail running. There's some groups on Facebook just meant to have people who like to run and jog and just do exercise and hike. And I think these little pink markers, that's what they're for. to show people the trail. So there's quite a few of them hanging from the trees here, from the bushes. So the little creek runs through here around December and January. This has a lot of water here. As you can see, it goes through there. And the waterfalls are up there somewhere. We'll see them soon. And it just keeps going through here. And all of this goes to Rosarito. All of this water goes to Rosarito. So this is the beginning of the real hike. And again, you can see this is the houses that we saw earlier today. And these are the ones that I was saying that they're behind that section right there. They're barely getting built. These ones look close to finish, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna be inhabited anytime soon. And all those people, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be throwing their trash over the fence. And all that is gonna be full of trash eventually. Which sucks, you know, but that's how it is. That's the reality here in the outskirts of TJ. If you go more downtown TJ, it's a lot cleaner. It's a lot neater. And I think most people that come to TJ, that's where they go. That's where they stay, downtown. The people that come to the outskirts here in TJ is because they have family out here. They come and visit. They walk around. Stay a day, maybe, a two. Or a lot of them just come and leave the same day. You know, a lot of people that come from San Diego or LA. Over on this section, can't really see it because it's cloudy, it's overcast. But there's a place that they call La Meseta, which is kind of like I think in English they call it a mesa or a plateau. It's just a big hill with the flat top instead of having a peak. It's just flat, but it's pretty big, and it's to get across it you have to walk probably like 20 minutes from one point to the other. And eventually I'm gonna do that hike. And I'm still planning to do El Cerro Coronel in Primo Tapia, I believe that's where it's at. Or Puerto Nuevo, one of those two. But that's La Meseta is gonna be first, then Cerro Coronel. So you can see at the very back, in between those two hills, that's where the waterfall is. So we're gonna be going there, and we're gonna go further past it too. Some really nice area, some really nice green areas all the way in the back. But also there's rattlesnakes around here. I mean, they're always hiding. They're always in between the rocks. They're not like out exposed, you know, out and about. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. And this is where people normally park. This is the parking area. The people that don't like hiking that much. I parked all the way over there where those houses are at. People come and park here and then just do a little bit of walking to the waterfalls. And as you can see, there's plenty of space for a car to fit, but most people just rather not risk it and they just stay here and they walk to it. There's a few people on their motorcycles or their quads or their off-road cars that do try this hill. I mean, going down and having to go up that little section right there, and they'll park at the top there. But those are the people with, you know, like I said, with four-wheel quads and stuff like that. Okay, so we're a lot closer. You can see them right there, the waterfalls. And if you want to go around them, there's two ways. You can go up this hill, that section right there, or you can see there's a small trail right there that goes up that section right there, behind this hill, and that's another place to go behind the waterfalls. So I think today I'm going to be going up this hill, and then when I come back, I think I'm going to be coming back this way. So yeah, you guys can see both sections. Sorry, I'm out of breath. All right, we're gonna continue. Okay, we're really close. So that's the waterfall with no water. We need some rain. I think I'll come back next year in December after some rain and you can actually see the waterfalls. But this is what it looks like right now. I'm trying to watch my steps so I don't fall. You can see my dogs are excited over some birds. Canada, she's pretty hyper. It's the first time I bring her here, so she's making me a little nervous. But she's pretty agile too, so I'm not too nervous. Yeah, she's all over the place. Okay, so you can see there's some water there, and a little pool right there, and there's another one in that little section right there. There's another pool. Can't really get to it. I tried to climb it the other day and it was pretty scary because the rocks are super slippery. A lot of people like to come here and do some rock climbing, but they have their ropes and their harnesses and they're pretty safe about it. And firefighters come here to do some training, paramedics. So yeah, this is what it looks like from the front, and then we're gonna go to the back part of the waterfall. So we're walking to the back of the waterfall, and as you can see, there's some really steep areas. So this is the hardest section of the two, I believe. The other one's a little bit, I mean, it's downhill, but it's pretty spacious and wide, so there's a lot more room to walk. You can see my dog, she's super thirsty. I'm gonna have to give her some water in a little bit, but at the same time, she's super excited. She just can't stop. This is at the top of the waterfall. You can see where the tree is. That's where the water runs through. It comes to this pool. And then from there, the waterfall starts. We already climbed quite a ways, as you can see. So we're gonna continue walking that way over there. So this is the section that we've seen a couple of rattlesnakes. Like I said, they're usually just between the rocks, but sometimes you see them out and about. But again, like any animal, if you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. There's some people that like to poke them and grab them by the tail and all that. It just irritates me. No, just let them be. But, you know, people like to do it for the thrill of it, the excitement of it. And not me, I hate that stuff. But so far we haven't seen anything. It's a cold morning, so I think that has a lot to do with it. Okay, so we'll continue along this trail. Okay, so we made it. This is where the water runs to the waterfall. We left the waterfall back there, and this is what it looks like behind the waterfall. Like I said, there's some really nice green areas, but they're all the way in the back. You get to a point where you really can't go any further because there's like a big rock wall in front of it, and hopefully we can get to it today. I wasn't expecting the sun to come out this early. Man, it got warm fast. It was really cold. Now it's really warm. I'm all sweaty. And I forgot to bring a hat. I just brought my sunglasses. Luckily my sweater has a hoodie, so I'm gonna be using that for the meantime. Oh man. So this is kind of like the hard part of the trail. Just all these rocks. As you can see, this is where all the water comes through. And we're gonna continue walking. You know, my dogs are they're pretty much troopers. You know, there's all these big rocks and they're tiny and they just jump through them. Except for Canela, she'll just run through anything. You can see she's all over the place. She can't sit still even though she looks tired. So this is what it looks like right now. No water whatsoever. Just little pools here and there. But we're gonna continue to the back of the creek. So this is the little green section that I was talking about. Right now it doesn't look too green. I have a short video that I came here in January and it was super green. Had like this little swing hanging from this tree. It's no longer here. There's a fire pit right there. And this had some water running through it. So this is where people come and do their picnics. Sorry, I'm out of breath. They come here and do their picnics. And they just have a good time. They drink their beers. And as you can see in this little section, there isn't any trash. So the people that come here is because they actually appreciate nature and they take their trash with them. So I really like this spot. It's pretty nice. It's like an hour walk. So I think that's what most people rather not make it all the way out here. So this is usually how far I make it out here to where this tree is. Because then it kind of makes a curve to the right. I've never really been past this point. I just see this big hill in front of me and I just kind of stop and I don't continue. I think today I'm gonna go walk past a little bit further just to see what's over there. As you can see, there's a lot of cow poop everywhere. So the cows make it out here so they can eat their grass. So we're almost to the end of the line. All right, let's see what's back there. There's a pool right here. And as you can see, it goes to the back there. And as you can see right there, it looks like there's a waterfall right there. And then it changes elevation because it looks like the trail continues, but it's at the top. You can see like this, oh, my fingers right there. This little section right there continues there, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it through there, especially having my dogs here. And if you look over here to the left, you can see there's another section where there's another waterfall. You can see the water marks on the rocks, and you can see the trail kind of continues that way too. The waterfall falls through here, and it just continues that way. That's the tree that we just passed. So it's not really that further back, but this is what it looks like. I don't think I'm gonna continue that way for today because of my dogs. Just wanna keep them safe. And we're gonna start heading back. And when we head back, we're gonna head back the opposite way we came. And you can see that little section there. So we're walking back. We're back at the little green area. As you can see, there's some water coming through here. And I didn't notice this little section right here. There's another section where the water comes through. So you can see there's three places where the water is coming through. Hopefully next time when it's raining, after it's done raining, I'm gonna come back all the way back here and we're gonna be able to record all those places. You can see some cows there. Okay, so I'm gonna keep heading back. I'm gonna stop recording some sections because I don't want to fall when I'm walking through the rocks, just like I did when I was at the beach. So I'm gonna pause the video one more time, and then once we start walking down the hill on the other side of the waterfall, I'm gonna start recording it again so you guys can see both sides of the waterfall. Okay, so this is the back of the waterfall. We came through that way, and then we walked that way to the back, all the way to the back, and now sort of going back to the left. We're gonna turn right now, and we're gonna see the other side. Like I said, it's a lot neater because there's not that many rocks, and it's a lot wider to walk on, so it's a lot easier. So if you want to try the difficult side, that's the difficult side. So when you're walking towards the waterfalls, you're going to go to the right. That's the difficult side. If you want to do the easier side, it's to the left of the waterfall as you're facing the waterfall. So this is the left side. You're going to see right now the big trail that it's in front of us in a little bit. Okay, so we're here. This is it. As you can see, it's really wide. Ton of space. No huge rocks or boulders. And you can see the trail right there. You can see my shadow too. So we're halfway down, and this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the hike. Whoa, almost fell. And that's the start. That's where we began, right there. You can see the big trails. And from here, you can see that hike that I want to do next time. That's the La Meseta. As you can see, it's a pretty big hill, and you can see it's super flat at the top. They say that eventually they're gonna start building houses there. I'm hoping that they don't, but they'll build a road that leads up to it. So I think eventually, yeah, they're gonna build some houses up there. Hopefully 100 years from now, and they just leave it alone. So that's the next hike that we're gonna be doing. As you can see, my hair is all messed up. I do these hikes early in the morning. That's why my hair is like this. I didn't mean for the phone to flip back on me. I accidentally touched the screen and it flipped back on my messy hair. I normally don't show myself on these videos, but you got to see what I look like up close and personal. Okay, so we're at the bottom now. That's the waterfall. We're all the way at the bottom. We made it. I didn't fall once, even though there's a ton of rocks. So I'm glad about that. I keep losing one of my dogs. She's probably out chasing birds. Okay. Some cows right there. It's a fat cow. Most of the cows over here are pretty skinny, but that one's big and fat. Okay, that was a hike. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, please. Help my channel out. I'm gonna try to shorten my videos a little bit more. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.